I'm Amajal Knowles with your Saturday Sports. Well, it made headlines all across social media yesterday as the Sacramento Kings, who are currently in the midst of a disappointing 2020 campaign, electing to make some lineup changes. Head coach Luke Walton electing to bench guard Buddy Hield, hoping to inspire a bit of a spark in Buddy and the team, and it certainly did, as Hield would finish last night's game with 21 points, going 7 of 12 from the field and 5 of 9 from behind the three-point arc, adding 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block in 23 minutes of play during the Kings' 98-81 win against the Chicago Bulls. Buddy speaking after the big game.
Yeah, that's feel great, man. We just got to figure stuff out and weather the storm, and thank God we came out there and get the win. All glory to him. It's been a rough start of 2020, but, any win we can take we would love to have that.
Buddy, what about the adjustment for you being told that you were going to come off the bench tonight?
Man, let's look at it as professional, man. You can come in and be ready, and when Coach call your number, go out there and hoop, man. I've been hooping for a long time. I was in my rock from the Bahamas and Pinedale, and that's been my story, man. And I'm just blessed to be out here to play NBA game, and regardless of what happens, man, I'm just out here, and I'm just thankful to be playing.
Here at home, the DSSA basketball season winding down, and yesterday at the AF Adderley Gymnasium, it certainly was electric as two perennial powerhouses matched up on a showdown on the hardwood as the defending DSSA champions, the Doris Johnson Mystic Marlins, reeling from last week's loss to C.I. Gibson, met a tough challenger in the Anatole Rogers Timberwolves, who too were out with something to prove. The first half would be a back-and-forth affair, and the two teams would only be separated by a basket after 2 quarters of play, but it would be a tale of two halves, as in the second, the Mystic Marlins' size advantage on the interior would prove to be a bit too much. Added the steady presence of senior guard Joshua Burrows, would finish the game with 25. Doris would walk away with the 77-58 win.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good game from start. I wouldn't say the finish was as strong as we wanted it to be. With my team, we kept our composure, during the early part of the game. It was pretty tight to start off with, but, we just stuck to our game plan, and it prevailed for us in the end. He's been one of our key leaders, him as well as Matthew Sanders. And they've been pretty spared in our ship for this year. Those guys, they have a lot of experience under their belt. They know what it is, to play in these kind of situations. So we're going to count on him, both of them actually, to continue their stellar play in order to carry our team to the next level. But like you say, he's definitely playing, very good basketball right now. And, day in and day out, we're going to count on him to continue to do that.
We came out with a game plan to come out and try to set a tone defensively. But we had some key injuries. One of the things we're trying to mediate is our point guard has had a knee dislocation from early into Christmas. So we've been trying to fill that void going into the playoffs. We're going to make the playoffs, but not in the same position that we were anticipating that we would be in. So these games are kind of hard for us, trying to have a change of chemistry and different people coming off the bench trying to fill those roles. But hats off to Doris. They played an excellent game. It's going to be an interesting playoff, but we're going to have to make some adjustments. The injury is just a little bit too much for us right now.
Also at the AF Adderley Gymnasium last night, action resuming in the New Providence Basketball Association. In D2, Sports Center Elite took on the TMT Giants, and early on the Elite would seem to be the quicker and sharper team, getting out to several easy transition baskets. But what has seemed to be their theme this season so far, the Elite would relinquish a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, and the Giants would manage to steal the game in the last minute, 72-70.
Coming down there, we started to bring our intensity up, build up on our defense a lot. We minimized on our turnovers. We was down. Basically, we was down during the second and third quarter, but we made a comeback and we got the win.
You see, more towards the end of the third quarter, I think you gave a little pep talk to your guys. Just wanted to pick up the intensity on the defensive end. That's what you said to them.
Yeah, so just tell them, let's bring up our energy. Let's play with life. Let's play more hard. Because in the beginning of the game, we was playing flat. We had no energy. That's why they got that big lead. So we just minimizing our turnovers, second-time shots, and we was able to push the ball at them every time and get this win.
Analytics and data. It seems as though this trend is taking over in almost every sporting arena, and baseball certainly is no exception. Recently, the International Elite Sports Academy hosting a data clinic here in the capital, put on by some of the leading experts in the new baseball recruiting technology using their Flight Scope machine, which is one of several devices they use to measure skills such as infield and outfield velocity, as well as bat speed. And the men at Prospect Wire speaking about how it can help some young Bahamian baseball prospects during their recruiting process.
Basically, what we touched on throughout the talk is basically just trying to educate people about this information. This is something that started a few years ago in Major League Baseball, and we're playing a huge role in bringing this information and this technology down to the lower levels of the game to help players not only develop themselves as players and get better and maximize their ability as an athlete, but also to give themselves the best opportunity possible to get discovered, which down here is a lot tougher than what we're used to seeing players growing up in Orlando, Florida, next to all of these colleges and next to all of these pro scouts. We want to be able to use this technology and data to help players who may normally wouldn't have gotten an opportunity to go to the levels that they're trying to achieve as a player. We want to help them get that opportunity using this information.
Being a former scout, working for an organization that I loved, and now I'm in the position where I'm in the data world, trying to figure out how to make all the where the kids are able to be determined on based on like their age, where the machines are able to calculate what the kids what their averages are. So we're able to, at Baseball Cloud, because of the machines, we're able to bring that in and determine, and we have our algorithms where we're able to determine where they are at their point of their career and kind of put together a game plan eventually where they can skyrocket into their career.
And that's been a look at sports on this Saturday. A quick check on weather is up next.